welcome back to Shayna at Sunny Mommy on YouTube. And today I just wanted to go over how to make my favorite healthy chocolate chip cookies. So I'm going to just start mixing them up in my mixer, and I'll show you what I put in them. And then I will post the recipe I used down below in the comment section. First off though, I'm going to turn the oven on 350. Alright, so start preheating while I do this. First off, we're going to put in the wet ingredients. I like to mix them up in my mixer first. So about a half a cup of peanut butter. You can use the all-natural, crunchy, creamy, whatever you like, whatever you have on hand. Just put that in there. This makes the cookies have some extra protein and peanut butter flavor, and who doesn't love peanut butter? And then next, I'm going to put about a half a cup of coconut oil in, and I just have this jar of coconut oil from Costco. It's almost empty, so I'm just going to kind of finish it off. Dump the rest of it in there, and it's pretty solid because it's a little bit cooler out today. If it was warmer, it would be liquid. Let's see. This out real quick. There's the coconut oil, and then we have some pure vanilla. We're going to do about 2 teaspoons of that. I am one of those like better cooks than bakers because I just throw in random amounts of things. So the recipe does have all of the specifics. I just kind of wing it as I go. So, and then the recipe calls for like a cup and a half of brown sugar, but I have found that using just a organic coconut sugar works just as well, and I don't use anywhere near a cup and a half, like maybe a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of the coconut sugar. And I just like the flavor of the coconut sugar, and then I like to put a little bit of coconut in my cookies as well, so it just kind of brings all that flavor together, and then with the coconut oil. So do that, and we'll just cream this together. Alright, now that that is all creamed together, we've got coconut oil, peanut butter, and vanilla, and the sugar all creamed together. Then we're going to take a tablespoon of cornstarch and add to it, and I just put it in a little bowl here, and we're going to add to that 3 tablespoons of any kind of milk or water. So the recipe called for soy milk. I have almond milk on hand, and it's unsweetened vanilla. That should do it. I'm going to put 3, just a splash more, tablespoons of that in there. Grab a fork and mix it up. It'll be kind of clumpy, so you want to just give it a good mix. And then to that mixture, we are going to add a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Yummy. So a teaspoon of that. Give it a quick stir. So you've got just a nice mixture there. I'm going to just dump that into the mixer with the peanut butter and oil. Put all of that in there. And give that a good mix. Alright, now that you've got all of the wet ingredients mixed together in your mixer, we're going to throw in some dry ingredients. So I have a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a half teaspoon of salt in this bowl. So let's go ahead and dump that in there. And then we are going to do our flour and oats. So we have a cup and a half of flour. And the recipe does tell you how you could substitute some different flours and change it just a little bit to make a gluten-free cookie. So if you're interested in that, just click on the link down in the comment section and you can read all about how to do that. And I'm almost out of flour in the thing. There we go. Okay, so there's about a cup and a half of flour. and then a cup of oats. Those in there. Alright, and then about a tablespoon or 2 of hemp hearts and chia seeds. I get the nice big bags from Costco, so I go ahead and put 2 to 3 tablespoons of both of these in, just to make the cookies have that like extra texture and all the extra good nutrients that are in there. So we put all of that in, and we'll go ahead and get this mixing. Alright, now all of our ingredients are mixed together, and it should be like a nice sticky consistency, easily makes a ball. And then you could either stop at this point, or you can put in add-ins. And I, of course, have some add-ins. I love mine to have lots of chocolate chips. The recipe calls for about a cup. I probably put in a little more than that. Cup and a half, maybe 2. Might be enough there. And then some coconut flakes, and I forgot to grab those out, so I'm going to grab them real quick. Be right. Alright, I'm back, and I have my coconut, and I just have unsweetened coconut thread from Sprouts. Just some that they make, because I don't like to add any more sugar to this mixture. So then we'll just mix those in, nice and slow. It'll be kind of thick. Once we get all those mixed in, we will put them on a cookie sheet and bake them. Alright, so once you have your dough all finished, you just take your cookie scoop or a spoon, make it into like 1-inch balls, and space them out on a cookie sheet. And once you have a cookie sheet ready to go, into the oven. So here they are. I pulled them out of the oven and go ahead and transferred them to a cooling rack. You can see they're kind of tall and puffy, and then over a few minutes they will kind of relax a little bit and become a little bit not as tall. A few disclaimers on this. This is not my original recipe. I just make it my own by changing a few things, but I will post the original recipe down below. It's a Pinterest post. And if you are used to your chocolate chip cookies being like the store-bought, Grandma's super sweet, white, fluffy chocolate chip cookies, these are not those. These are not as sweet. These are pretty hearty, they're pretty chewy, they have chia seeds in them, so they kind of get like some seeds in your teeth, but they are super good, super yummy. They have packed full of nutrients and protein, so I really like taking them when we go hiking or skiing for just a little extra energy, or even sometimes just like having 1 or 2 of them for my lunch instead of having anything else. It's a pretty healthy option. So this is how I make them. After they cool completely, I will transfer them to either a Ziploc baggie or a container. And I like to eat mine frozen, so I will put them in the freezer, and then as I want them, I will just pull 1 or 2 out. You could, however, just make them into the round dough balls and freeze them, and then pull them out of the freezer and bake them if you want to eat them warm. I prefer them to be nice and chilled before I eat mine, but however you like to eat them, you could try warm or cold. So thanks so much for baking with me, and I hope to see you again some other time. Talk to y'all later. Bye.